Good evening and welcome to Tom Zanino Stadium here in Vacaville, California for tonight's high school football matchup between the 1-0 Oak Ridge Trojans and the 0-1 Vacaville Bulldogs here on the Solano College Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. I am Nate McKay. Joining me on the call for tonight's game is my broadcast partner, Nathan Farmer. And now, Nathan, we'll start with you. What should we expect from Oak Ridge, who is trying to go 2-0 on the year?
Well, we will definitely see a homecoming game of sorts for Dylan Warfield, the running back for Oak Ridge, played last season at Vacaville High School. He had 358 yards and 9 touchdowns for the Bulldogs in 2018, and last week against Lincoln, he had 86 yards for 2 touchdowns. So he will definitely factor in huge for this Oak Ridge Trojan offense.
Yeah, Dylan Warfield had a very good career here at Vacaville High School, so it should be interesting to see how it turns out tonight. And now for the Vacaville Bulldogs, they are once again being tested from their offense and defensive line. After losing last week to the Liberty Lions, Coach Pop and his staff definitely want to see their guys do whatever it takes to find ways to really get out to a good start and trying to get their defense and offense going as they look to get their first game on the year with the win. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we will have the kickoff for you here on the Solano College Sports Network.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting,
whether you're commentating a live game,
or hosting your own TV show,
or working behind the scenes, then this is the class for you.
For more information, contact Greg Poff, that's me, at solano.edu.
We hope to see you here next semester, and remember,
it's more than just sports, it's an education.
To Vacaville High School. Now Oak Ridge has won the toss, and they will be kicking it off here. Vacaville will be receiving to start off the first half. Both teams coming into this one trying to get a win for Oak Ridge as they look to go 2-0. Vacaville's trying to get their first win, trying to go up at 500, making it a 1-1 record.
Should be interesting to see if Vacaville improved their special teams any from last week. They had a few miscues. One of those miscues turned into a touchdown, though. So it'll be interesting to see how their kick return game looks tonight.
As we are awaiting kickoff here from Tom Zanino Stadium in Vacaville, California, on this very cool Friday night of high school football, as Oak Ridge gets ready to kick it away. And Amy is going to be able to take it across himself, breaking a few tackles and getting up the middle for a few yards to get Vacaville's offense started.
Now we're going to get our first look at the Vacaville offense. They had a hard time last week against the Liberty Lions, but their offensive line could not keep up with the pressure from the Liberty front. It should be interesting to see if they improved at all in the last week and if they have a different game plan going forward.
Yeah, on the first drive for Vacaville last week, they were able to score early along with Liberty, making it a 7-7 ball game, but didn't see much action from them moving forward as Bill Lobos going up the middle for a few yards.
It just looked like he wasn't on the same page with his receivers and just decided to tuck it and run.
2nd down and 4 now for the Bulldogs. As Bill Lobos gets ready for their handoff off to his running back, Jeremiah Brown. Few gained right there from Brown, but very little, as we're going to get third down going for the Bulldogs.
Going to look to see Jeremiah Brown get more involved in the offense today. He didn't have a very good game last week.
As another handoff now to Brown, and he is met by that defensive line for Oak Ridge. Not picking up any yards on that one.
The offensive line there for Vacaville wasn't able to get a good push, and wasn't able to get blockers out in front for Brown there.
Yeah, again, that offensive line definitely has to help out Villalobos and his backs in the backfield. As another quick handoff for Vacaville, trying to get it up the middle again. It's going to bring us a third down.
That was Kyler Abramowicz on the carry. He had 6 carries for 22 yards last week for Vacaville.
Third down and 8. Villalobos being met. Fumble on the play. Hard to tell who has it. Almost looked like Oak Ridge got their hands on the football.
Looks like they're going to say Vacaville recovered, but either way, that brings up fourth down. And Villalobos just wasn't decisive there. He had to commit either to scrambling out or throwing the ball away. He did neither there.
Yeah, Villalobos did not get much help from that offensive line. And Vacaville is getting ready to punt it away on 4th and 15. Oak Ridge receiving now. Having a good chance to break is Avant Jacobs, making his way out of bounds, and there is a flag on the play.
It looks like a block in the back there right about the 45-yard line. Just an Oak Ridge guy with 2 hands to the back of a Vacaville defender. Just can't get away with that.
As we wait on the official call. As we see right now, the Oak Ridge team huddling up right now.
So Oak Ridge is a little fortunate there. It wasn't a full-on block in the back. It was just holding. So they save an extra 5 yards.
And over the summer for Oak Ridge, they competed in nearly a half a dozen passing camps. And at the UC Davis passing tournament, quarterback Justin Lamson, a junior who started at defensive back last fall, was named the offensive MVP. As their offense gets going, as Jacobs quick screen off to number 8, Evan Robinson, able to get the first down for the Oak Ridge Trojans, and their offense gets going in a hurry.
Yeah, Lamson is picking up right where he left off against the Lincoln Fighting Zebras. He went 20 of 26 for 294 yards and 4 touchdowns last week.
And a good start to the game for Evan Robinson, the tight end, as it is now 1st and 10 on the Bulldogs' 32-yard. As another handoff for the Trojans, able to pick up a few yards. 2nd down now.
Yeah, that was our first look at Dylan Warfield getting his first carry against his former team. We should definitely expect to see more from him tonight.
Warfield still in the backfield now for the Trojans. 2nd down and 5. As another handoff to Warfield, making his way towards the back, and is just met by the defensive line for Vacaville, and a good stop to that offense for Oak Ridge.
Yeah, Warfield is probably going to wish he just went down on that first tackle attempt. He lost about 5 more yards after he broke free from that tackle.
And Warfield comes out the game. As Oak Ridge now gets ready for 3rd and 18. Under 8:20 to go here in the first. And a long, deep throw. Unable to make the connection. Looking like that was number 3, Mujahid Samad, unable to make the grab.
Yeah, just an unfortunate play there for Oak Ridge. Samad had his man beat. The ball was just overthrown there by Lamson.
Now Oak Ridge will get ready to punt away, as they will not go for it on 4th and 18. And a bobble right there on the kick. Aiming in the back to receive it. No fair catch for him, and he is just met hard by the special teams from the Trojans.
Yeah, when Amy gets back to the sideline, his coaches are probably going to tell him he should have let that one go. He caught it at the 5-yard line. It was a line drive. It probably would have gone into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, very risky play by Amy. Not only could it have been a turnover, it could have been also an injury depending on how hard the hit might have been. But Vacaville's offense back on the field again. They're getting ready for their second drive of the first half. As a quick handoff, looking like that's Jeremiah Brown. That by the front line of the defense for Oak. Gained.
Yeah, with Vacaville with their run game, they need to get blockers out in front so they can get their runners to the edge and they can get down the sideline.
As a quick handoff now. Again from Vacaville, looking like Coulter Malone on that carry.
That was a great run there by Malone, the wing back here in this wing T offense for the Vacaville Bulldogs.
Yeah, nice solid piece of running there. Able to get the first down for the Bulldogs. As this time Villalobos is getting ready to throw. No, he'll go up the middle with the QB sneak. Able to pick up a few yards there.
Yeah, one thing we've seen from Villalobos is he is not afraid to tuck it and run when he sees his defenders his receivers aren't open.
So a few times he was able to run up against the Liberty defense in last week's game. As a very sneak handoff. Not much done right there from number 3.
That was Lorenzo Lentini. I think that's the first we've seen of him this season.
That is.
Yeah, just a little misdirection there from Vacaville, trying to get Oak Ridge going after one guy when they hand it off to another.
3rd and 4 now for the Bulldogs. Villalobos trying to get away from the defense. And he's able to pick up the first down, running out of bounds. What a run by Jeremy Villalobos.
There's a flag on the play, though. Hopefully it's not holding, or else that will wipe out a very good run there by Villalobos.
We'll await the call from the ref. And it's a personal foul against Vacaville. So like you were saying, Nathan, very unfortunate after that very good run from Villalobos.
And unfortunately, it didn't occur after they picked up the first down, so it's going to be a 3rd and very long here for the Vacaville Bulldogs.
And it will be very long, as it is 3rd and 15 on their own 20. .621 left to go here in the first from Vacaville. And is just met by the defense. Number 15, Daniel LaPiana making the sack.
You know, LaPiana had 6 tackles last week against Lincoln, picking up right where he left off.
And already Oak Ridge is definitely showing their defense here tonight. And it's just something the Bulldogs so far have not been able to get around, unfortunately. As the Bulldogs will get ready to kick it away. And a very awkward kick from the Bulldogs on that one, as that is going to go out of bounds, and that will allow Oak Ridge to start off their offense inside the 50 of the Bulldogs defense.
Yeah, it looked like Tyler Edmonds just shanked that one a little bit. Didn't get a good kick on that one there.
About ready to approach the 5.5-minute mark of the first quarter as Oak Ridge gets ready to get their offense going for the second drive of the night. And Warfield is back out there in the backfield, and he will run it up the middle. Good for a few yards.
This game has just flowed a lot better than last week's. I think at this point last week there was probably still about 10 minutes or maybe 8 minutes left in the game or left in the first quarter.
Don't be jinxing nothing now, Nathan. As the clock does keep rolling. And a quick little sneak right there, looking like it was going to be Dylan Warfield taking up the middle. Instead, it is quarterback Justin Lamson able to pick up the first down for Oak Ridge.
Yeah, just a little bit of a read option there from the Oak Ridge offense. Should see that a little bit more, try and get the Vacaville defense to bite one way or the other.
So now it is 1st and 10 on the Bulldogs' 23-yard line. Another handoff to Warfield, breaking up the middle, just short of the first down. We've already seen a lot of handoffs for Dylan Warfield again tonight. Had 2 rushing touchdowns last week. 2nd and 2 now for the Trojans. It's a quick handoff up the middle. Finally brought down is Warfield. And no gain on that play.
Yeah, so far we've seen Oak Ridge kind of trying to beat Vacaville at their own game. They've been running the ball a lot when we know they have a very stellar passing game led by Justin Lamson.
Well, I beg your pardon. It is now 1st and 10 as the clock keeps rolling as we approach 3.5 minutes. Offense getting set as a handoff over up to the left side, finally brought down. That was number 2, Avant Jacobs, running the football on that one.
Yeah, it's really hard to see these Oak Ridge numbers from this far away. Kind of have to cheat a little bit with our monitor.
Yeah. The black lining not doing too much for us, unfortunately. 2nd and 2 now. There's a handoff to Warfield. Not able to get to the end zone, but is able to pick up 1st and goal now for the Trojans. As Brandon Barthel comes out the game. It's now 1st and goal for the Trojans. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter as they are looking for their first score of the game. And we do have a flag on the play. Hold everything. And looks like it's false start against the Trojans.
It gives Vacaville just a little bit more room to work with here. More room to make a goal line stand here.
Still 1st and goal. Clock does keep rolling. Warfield in the backfield. And making his way out towards the left. Getting out of bounds. Able to pick up a few yards. Still short of the end zone, though.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of a counter action there by the Oak Ridge offense, trying to get the corner on the left side with the misdirection. I don't think Oak Ridge has attempted a pass so far this drive.
Yeah, it's pretty much been all rushing so far for the Trojans. As they will look to get towards the end zone, Warfield breaking free of the Vacaville defense and does get to the end zone. Touchdown, Oak Ridge.
Yeah, just a bunch of the same stuff we've seen so far from Oak Ridge, just grinding the ball up the middle over and over again, and Vacaville has not had an answer for that yet.
And Dylan Warfield with his first touchdown and his return to Vacaville High School. As Oak Ridge will get ready for the PAT. Kick is up, and it is good. So now 7-0 Oak Ridge here in the first quarter. And for the second straight week, Vacaville's defense has allowed a score during the first quarter.
At some point, Vacaville has to stop that run game. I mean, they're giving up short gains, but when those short gains happen over and over again, you're just not going to win football games.
Yeah, again, a very good offense they're being tested with again. And right now, Coach Pop's team definitely wants to get their offense rolling and having a good start, hopefully to the second quarter as well.
Yeah, one thing we've seen so far with the first quarters of the season for Vacaville is they haven't had the ball on offense very much. Oak Ridge just ran out a good half of the first quarter there on that last drive.
As Oak Ridge will get ready to punt it away, kick it away, Connor Edwards, the kicker for the Trojans. And the Bulldogs will get ready for their third drive of the game, and Amy just collapses, trying to take a chance at getting some yardage, but just not able to.
Just another miscue there for the Vacaville special teams. It seems like it's happening every single time they receive a kickoff so far this season.
Yeah, they did have a nice kick return last week. But so far right now, as you were saying, Nathan, just the special teams is not looking good so far. 1.5 to go here in the first. And Villalobos throws over to his man, number 12, to Evan Adams.
Looks like he dropped the ball there as he way after he was down, but they had already blown the play dead.
Unable to pick up the first down, but it is second down and 2. As we approach under a minute remaining here in the first. That's a quick drive out to the left for Villalobos. And that is going to move the chains, a first down for the Bulldogs.
That's what Vacaville needs to do more of if they expect to get their running game going more as this game goes on. They need to get blockers out in front for their runners getting out on the sweeps.
As the Bulldogs get ready to go, as Jeremiah Brown breaking free of the Oak Ridge defense, making his way out towards the right side, out of bounds, able to pick up another first down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, just same thing what I was just saying. Vacaville gets good blockers and their run game succeeds. They just got to get that going.
Yeah, strong start already on their third drive of the night.
Looks like it's going to be timeout Oak Ridge.
And Oak Ridge does use their first of 3 timeouts. 34 seconds to go here in the first quarter from Tom Zanino Stadium in Vacaville, California.
Now, one thing we haven't talked about so far in this game is the history between these two teams. Oak Ridge has won all 7 meetings, including a 42-0 shutout last year up in El Dorado Hills.
Yeah, it's just something that Vacaville, again, will be tested throughout this entire game. So it'll be very interesting to see how Coach Pop and his team play this third drive, as a good chance to score before heading into the second quarter.
Yeah, Vacaville isn't winless versus very many teams. Just a few teams have kept Vacaville from beating them all time. Some of those schools are Pittsburgh, Tracy, Antioch, and Grant. Those are the only teams that have beaten Vacaville
as
more
the Bulldogs
than twice.
get ready to go here. Amy breaking tackles and able to pick up another first down for the Bulldogs.
Just another good run by Vacaville, getting blockers out in front. That's what Vacaville wants to do all game.
And now we're starting to see Vacaville's offense get going. 15 seconds to go here in the first. Phil Lobos getting ready to throw it. Trying to make a target, and he does to number 1. Michael Briscoe able to make the catch.
Villalobos finally gets a good connection with his receivers. He's been indecisive so far on these pass plays. I think every time he's either, tucked it and run almost every single time he's dropped back to pass.
Still a good chance to score before the second quarter. As a jab step up the middle from Logan Cunningham for a few yards. But that does end the first quarter here from Vacaville. Oak Ridge able to score and able to take the lead. They are currently up 7-0 on the Bulldogs. And we will be right back here on the Solano College Sports Network.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.
And welcome back to Vacaville High School, where the Oak Ridge Trojans are currently leading 7-0 here from Tom Zanino Stadium. And now joining us on the broadcast is also a member of the Solano College sports team, is Trey Hunt. Trey, thanks for joining us.
No problem. Feels good to be here.
And now, Trey, you are also a former running back for the Vacaville Bulldogs. So you're back here tonight watching your former team. What have you seen so far in this game for the Bulldogs?
Just dominant running. I know Pop cares a lot about lead blocking and how his line blocks, so I see them focusing mainly on the lead blocking that they have here.
Yeah, definitely their blocking has been a big help so far in the game. And Nathan, quick summary of that first quarter for Oak Ridge. Their offense is going, but what are some of the things they need to work on?
Stopping this Vacaville run game. I think that's really all they need to do so far.
As this offense getting ready to go in a hurry here as Villalobos met by a hard hit from the Trojan defense.
I remember those hits. Those hits never feel good.
As that now brings us to 3rd and goal.
It's a 3rd and a long goal. They on the 9-yard line. Still have a long way to go to the end zone.
Last chance here for the Bulldogs, and unable to make it to the end zone as it is brought back once again from that Oak Ridge front line.
And Coulter Malone was just not able to get around on the corner there. Oak Ridge read that play from the beginning and was able to break through and stop him in the backfield.
You can see Oak Ridge taking advantage of Vacaville's offensive line struggles.
Yeah, but a chance to score a field goal here for the Bulldogs. As Chris Saka has a chance to get Vacaville on the board here in the second quarter. And the kick is up. And it is good. Vacaville gets on the board, making it a 7-3 ball game.
Now, one thing that's interesting with the Vacaville kicking game is Saka is a left-footed kicker. I was watching the BYU-Utah game last night, and Utah had some struggles kicking because they have a new left-footed kicker, and their special teams aren't used to dealing with spinning the ball the other way and kneeling down on the other side, whereas they've had right-footed kickers for the longest time.
Yeah, it can be very useful in any type of situation, as you were saying, pretty much. And Vac will get ready to kick it away. Now the big question is, how will their defense come out here in the second quarter is going to be the question for Vacaville.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them sell out on the run, and Oak Ridge might be expecting that.
Bulldogs kick it away, and it goes out of bounds. No chance had anybody for the Trojans to get that one. But there is a flag on the play.
It's the flag for the kickoff out of bounds. They'll bring it up to either the 35 or the 40. I don't remember which.
I know as a returner, it sucks to see that ball go out of bounds. You have that energy running through your body to run that ball back.
And we do see a lot of situations where return men do have times where they do drop the ball. And Trey, as a return man for Vacaville for a few years, how difficult is it?
It's hard. It's hard to return the ball. You have to watch the blockers. You have to see where everybody's coming from. It's very difficult.
As we see Dylan Warfield trying to go up the middle for not much there.
Well, that's what I was just saying. Vacaville is probably going to sell out on the run more as we see them stuff the run there on the first down.
Yeah, it's been mostly a running game from both these two teams so far here in the first half. Saw a few throws from Villalobos, but not that many here for the Trojans. And there's one, but no one there. Going to be incomplete for the Trojans.
We see there Vacaville is starting to bring up their safeties and their linebackers closer towards the line of scrimmage, forcing Oak Ridge to pass the ball more.
You can just tell how both teams are taking advantage of the run, how fast this game's going.
.10:32 to go here in the first half. 3rd and 10 now for the Trojans, trying to get a first down. And finding out to the left, making the drop was Avant Jacobs. Going to be incomplete and unable to pick up the first down. So a very good job from the Bulldogs, able to stop the Trojans' offense and preventing them from picking up a first down.
Yeah, Jacobs just caught looking upfield and got too excited, had lots of room for a run after catch, just couldn't haul the ball in.
He's definitely going to want that one back.
And Jacobs is coming off a huge day for the Trojans last week. He had 9 receptions for 112 yards and 3 touchdowns.
And a very short kick from the Trojans on that one.
Yeah, I wouldn't want either of these guys punting teams. If my life depended on it, I wouldn't want either of these teams punting units.
Special teams is a big part of the game. It helps with field position, and field position helps score faster or slower.
Yeah, I'm sure both coaches will have a long talk with their special teams heading into next week. And so we'll get ready for Vacaville's offense to get back on the field. 1st and 10, right at the 49 of Oak Ridge. And Villalobos quick to throw, connecting with his target. That's number 3. Able to make it. The catch was Lorenzo Lenteni. Second and 4 now, as another handoff from Villalobos going up the middle, just short of the first down. And that was Jeremiah Brown.
Knowing Vacaville's offense, you have to be patient. You have to be patient and wait for each hole to open up, or this can ruin the whole play.
Nine and a half to go here. 3rd and 1 for the Bulldogs. And a strong Oak Ridge defense showcase right there. Looking like it's going to bring it to 4th down now for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Chris Island just wasn't able to break through there. Had the 3rd and short, just wasn't able to pick up the yards.
Yeah, just when you think the Bulldogs offense is going to keep going, Oak Ridge just meets them right there at the line.
It looks like Vacaville's going for it here on 4th down.
And a handoff up to the left side. Looking like it was enough, able to get the 1st down.
That was a great run there by Lentini, just able to bounce off the tackle and break through for the 1st down.
And so a strong debut here for Lentini. Able to help out the Bulldogs, picking up the 1st down as Villalobos running away again from the Oak Ridge defense as he makes his way out of bounds on that one.
Those passing lanes close up fast. Got to learn as a QB, find your decision fast, know where you got to go.
Only able to pick up 1 yard on that play. As the Bulldogs will now get ready again. It's going to be a throw, fake, deep throw, and able to make the catch is Michael Briscoe.
I'm sure Villalobos is going to say, I meant to underthrow that ball, as Briscoe was able to cut back and make the catch.
And that puts them in good field position now. Going to be 1st down for the Bulldogs.
Football's a game of momentum. Once you get that, the confidence starts to build up.
And a chance to take the lead on this drive for the Bulldogs. And not much gained right there. In fact, that was number 5, Myron Amy. .740 to go as Oak Ridge gets ready to try to stop Vacaville from scoring here. Going to be a throw from Villalobos. Looking like a little miscommunication there from the offense as number 25, Logan Cunningham, was going out deep out to the right. Looking like it was going to be a throw to him, but no connection there as it's incomplete. Going to be 3rd and 9 now. Villalobos looking. Met by the Oak Ridge defense. Peyton Bota able to pick up the sack for the Trojans.
The one thing we've seen from Villalobos so far is he doesn't, when he tucks and run, he doesn't still look for the pass. The one time he does look for the pass is when he should have kept tucking it and running it.
And Bota is down after that sack.
Villalobos also has just little time to throw. Every time he gets the ball, just someone's always in his face.
Yeah, with Vacaville's offense, they're pretty much one-dimensional. You either have run or play action, and that's fairly easy to game plan for on paper, obviously, but Vacaville obviously succeeds with it year in and year out.
Bota was able to get back up on his feet. The linebacker had 2 sacks last week for the Trojans. Able to pick up another sack here tonight on that last play.
So it looks like they're going to go for the field goal here. It'll be a 42-yarder.
This will be the longest field goal kick for Chris Sacco of the season right here. The kick is up, almost blocked, and it is good. So Chris Saka is 2 for 2 tonight, and that is able to cut the lead down to 1 here in the second quarter.
Yep, just a great kick there. Not much more you could ask for. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Long field goal can definitely build a kicker's confidence as well.
It just was a nice kick from Chris Saka, as again, the Bulldogs unable to get into the end zone for a touchdown here in the first half. And just like that, they're getting ready to get right back on defense, trying to stop that Trojan offense.
It's amazing what having a kicker can do for a high school football team. Not very many schools have a kicker that they can rely on from distance like that. It just gets you more points that otherwise you wouldn't be getting.
Both sides standing up for the kickoff here at Vacaville High School. We don't have to worry about standing up because we're always going to be standing.
I think there's some chairs there in the press box if we wanted them.
Be hard to see the action, unfortunately, as the Trojans trying to find a way, and Brandon Barthel making his way out toward the left side. Nope. That was Udhaji Samad able to make his way out of bounds for a few yards for the Trojans.
Vacaville didn't have much pressure there on the kick, and Oak Ridge was able to get tons of blockers out in front of Samad for that huge return.
Yeah, these white uniforms are not doing it for me, unfortunately, as another carry from Dylan Warfield, as it looks like he's going to have his work cut out for him tonight. Able to pick up a few yards, 2nd down and 6. And a bobble right there on the snap.
Those are the type of plays you don't want. Kills momentum.
As that flag is against Oak Ridge, it's going to bring him back for a few. Going to be 2nd down and 11 now. And so a tough 5-yard penalty there for the Trojans. But it was a good call for Vacaville now, as they will bring up pressure, and missing the quarterback. Throwing deep, wide open is number 5, Brandon Barthel. There is a flag on the play, but right now it is being called a touchdown for the Trojans.
You can't get much more open than that. Nobody within 10 yards of him. Just probably the easiest touchdown of the year for Oak Ridge.
Usually when that happens, you could tell the defense got a miscommunication of the type of plays they're running on defense.
So watch the long throw here. And nonetheless, another great throw from Justin Lamson, making the connection with his wide receiver, Brandon Barthel. And the kick is up and good. And Oak Ridge now leads 14-6 here in the first half.
Vacaville has to figure that out. You cannot let that happen. It gives Oak Ridge way too much momentum going into halftime.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and Trey, you mentioned it. Again, the last thing Vacaville wants to give the other team is momentum. We saw that last week with Liberty. Just unable to score at all times. Only able to score 7 points heading in the first half last week. So it's going to be very difficult now for Coach Pop and his team to try to draw up what they want to do here.
Yeah, Vacaville's been able to get their offense going. Just they stall right around the 10, maybe the 20 each time so far down the field.
as Oak Ridge will now get ready to kick it away. And a short kick here. Recovered by the special teams for Vacaville. Picking up a few. Looking like it's going to be at about the 35 for Vacaville starting off this drive.
Vacaville has to decide how they want to handle the clock here. Do you want to score fast or do you want to run it down?
And as you mentioned, their offense getting ready to once again try to find the end zone. They've just not been able to so far here in the first half. There's a handoff up to the left for a few yards. Going to be second down now.
Yeah, Lentony just got tripped up there at the line of scrimmage, wasn't able to break through.
Going to be second and 10 now. Bulldogs trying to get a first down. As a run up the middle, but met hard by the front line for Oak Ridge. That's number 54, Sean Gatson.
Those runs up the middle haven't been there for Vacaville so far today. Oak Ridge's defensive line has stood stout so far tonight.
Villalobos steps up, throws, and no flag going to be called on the play, but unable to make the catch was number 2, Michael Otterstedt. And there is a flag on the play.
So on the far side of the field, away from where the play was happening. Probably could be defensive holding.
That's what sucks when you make a good play on defense and then you see you just got to keep making up for it. Try to make another one.
Yeah, so I do believe you're right. They did call holding against Oak Ridge. And it'll be first down now for the Bulldogs.
That's exactly what Vacaville needs. A little boost in their confidence.
Yeah, trying to gain some momentum. Currently down 14-6 here in the first half. As Villalobos gets ready to throw a long one. Going to be incomplete. Trying to hit his target again was Michael Briscoe.
Yeah, he just lobbed that one up for Briscoe, hoping he could run under it, but it looked like the Oak Ridge defender had him beat and had a better play on the ball than Briscoe did.
So it's going to be second and 10 now for the Bulldogs. 5:04 to go. As another handoff for Vacaville. Able to get it for a few yards was Chris Island.
Island is a big body. It's going to take more than one person to bring him down.
Clock keeps rolling. 3rd and 6 now for Vacaville. Villalobos runs away, but is just met by the Oak Ridge defense. What a tackle right there from number 33, Ryan Enney. Good for the sack.
Yeah, Enney is coming off a great day last week. He had a team-leading 10 tackles for the Trojans.
Yeah, the offensive line for Vacaville has no answer so far for the defense of Oak Ridge so far, and almost a block kicked again. As special teams for Oak Ridge taking it up the field for very little.
And Vacaville had a chance to pin Oak Ridge deep. They just didn't get a good enough punt there, as Oak Ridge will get the ball at the 20.
I haven't seen a fair catch so far in this game from either of the special teams. So both teams taking a chance.
Shows no fear. You want to show the other team that you're not scared to make a move.
Which should be the message when you're playing this game of football. As Oak Ridge gets ready to hand off. Trick play here and just thrown a little too deep. Going to be incomplete for the Trojans.
Yeah, just a little play action there on the jet sweep. Just overthrew his receiver there down the sideline.
Going to be 2nd and 10 now. 3:44 to go here in the first half from Vacaville. Lamson looking, met hard by number 43, Cody Hume, with the big tackle.
That was just a great hit there by Hume, showing no mercy there on the tackle.
The 5'8" senior making that big play for the Bulldogs. Going to be 3rd and 12 now. Lamson looking deep and again overthrowing, going to be incomplete. It's going to result in a 4th down maybe, but there is a flag on the play.
Wouldn't be surprised to see this one be defensive holding as well.
As a DB, you have to learn to be quick with your hands. Make sure to get your hands right off that receiver as soon as you try to press them.
Yeah, it's going to be against Vacaville.
So it looks like that was a pass interference, which is unfortunate because I don't think, even if the receiver didn't get interfered with, I don't think any of them were going to catch up to that ball.
And that will move the chains here for the Trojans. And now, Trey, what are you seeing so far from Vacaville's defense?
I see that they're still fighting. You know, you still got 3 minutes left. You want to make sure that they do not score again.
Yeah, that is the key goal for Vacaville. As 3rd and 2, as Warfield is brought down by number 25, Logan Cunningham.
I'm not sure what the flag is going to be there. Could be holding, could be face mask there on number 25, Cunningham. Either way, it was a great tackle by Cunningham, just fighting through the blocker, able to bring down the runner there.
Yeah, hard to see from here if it was a face mask, but definitely could be.
By the way he went down, it seemed like it was a face mask. You never want to get tackled awkwardly like that.
So it looks like they called the holding penalty there, but it's going to be a 10-yard penalty and a repeat of 1st down.
I'm sure Oak Ridge realizes they're heading the wrong direction.
And now the clock keeps rolling now. So it is 1st and 20 now for the Trojans. As Lamson breaks free, running up the middle. He's going to keep going, and he slides right in for a good amount of yards, about for maybe 12, 13 on that one.
I think if it wasn't 1st down, maybe 2nd or 3rd down, Lamson probably would have tried to stretch that for the 1st down, but just slid about 5 yards short of the 1st down.
Was able to pick up 15 on that run. Going to be 2nd and 5 now. Whistle here, and we do have a timeout called for Vacaville. So as we approach under 2 minutes here from Vacaville High School, Trey, right now you're seeing the Trojans trying to find ways to get around the Vacaville defense. Is there any way that you think they'll run it right here?
Well, as you could tell, Vacaville has a not very good interior defensive line, and Oak Ridge is getting more and more yards as they run more and more inside. I can tell them doing that.
Yeah, we've seen very little times where we've seen Lamson in this game throw the football. He's gone to his backfield, mainly being Dylan Warfield, and now Nathan. For Vacaville, what's going to be the key thing that they're going over here in this timeout?
I think just trying to find a way to make Lamson throw the ball. I mean, they haven't had success stopping the run, but with Oak Ridge, Lamson has been overthrown receivers left and right. They just have to find a way to contain him in the pocket and find a way to stop the run game as well.
Yeah, their defense definitely has to step it up here, as they would like to get in halftime without allowing a score from the Trojans. As Lamson heading out of bounds is a little shooken up on the play.
Yeah, don't have a lot of room here on the sidelines. Probably about a good 5 yards or so from the sideline to the curb for the track. Looks like he is in a lot of pain right now.
Yeah, dude, it does look like it's his right leg that they're looking at.
That is an athlete's biggest fear, not being able to be out there with your team.
As that's now going to bring in Evan Robinson now, the backup quarterback for the Trojans. And on his first drive, he's going to throw deep and able to make the connection into the end zone. Touchdown, Oak Ridge.
I'm sure Vacaville wasn't expecting a pass there, as they bring in the backup quarterback who is called off the bench, but Robinson showed no signs of rust, just finding the man deep on the post route.
Was hard to see from up here because of those white jerseys, unfortunately, but that was Mujahid Samad with the touchdown reception.
Name a better way to come into the game, give your team energy after they've seen that your starting quarterback goes down. It's a nice way to keep your team up.
Yeah, and you said it, just a great way for Evan Robinson to come into the game and step up and make the big play. As the kick is up, and it is good. As taking a look right there at Justin Lamson.
It looked like he came down awkwardly on that knee when he ran into the curb here on the sideline for the track. Hopefully it's not an ACL tear or anything like that. Those are the worst kinds of injuries when you're dealing with the knee.
Yeah, it did look like a very awkward landing, but couldn't quite tell from the bench in the way for the Trojans. As it is now 21-6 here from Vacaville High School at Tom Zanino Stadium. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half, as right now for Vacaville, they would love to head into the second half with a score.
Yeah, not a lot of time here for Vacaville, though, as they are a run offense primarily. They'll definitely need to get some big gains in the passing game and potentially the running game here, too.
As Oak Ridge will kick it away to the right side. And not much there, as Lorenzo Lenteni was the receiver on that. As they will be stopped at the 32-yard line. As I get another look at Justin Lamson icing his leg. And I think the one thing the training staff are hoping to see is if he's able to take a few steps here. As Villalobos throws a deep pass. Looking like that was Amy who was able to make the catch, and it is good for a Bulldogs first down.
That's huge for this Vacaville offense. It opens up the playbook here as there's still plenty of time here left to go in the first half.
Like I've been saying this whole quarter, keyword momentum. It just helps you keep going and going down this field.
Momentum is key, as you were saying, Trey, as Villalobos is going to get ready to throw another one deep into the end zone, and that will be pass interference on the Oak Ridge defense.
Yeah, that's good defense. Just came in a little bit too early there with the pass defense there.
As that was number 7, Nick Pine, trying to make that catch.
As a coach, that makes you want to pull your hair out, knowing you have a good defensive play. But then you see that flag get thrown, and you just don't know how to react.
As the refs will make it official, going to be pass interference on the Trojans.
So that'll push the ball up into the red zone for Vacaville. Each of their drives into the red zone have ended in field goals. Their offense has not done very well so far tonight.
First and goal at the 15. And the handoff to Coulter Malone. Good for a few yards there. The clock is running here. Still second. Now it's going to be 2nd and 7 on the Oak Ridge 12-yard line. Villalobos running, and good for a few as he gets out of bounds. And there is a flag on the play.
That's probably going to be holding there. The right tackle just had a handful of jersey there on the Oak Ridge defensive lineman there.
That's the last thing you want if you're Vacaville.
I know it's hard for O-line. You don't want to not let anybody hit your teammate at any take.
Yeah, I'm not sure which offensive lineman that was, but he had already been knocked down to the ground. He was just hanging on for dear life, which unfortunately results in a holding penalty.
So it's now 2nd and 12. 51 seconds to go before halftime. It looks like another player for the Trojans is down. It's number 54, Sean Gatson. Saw him a few times come out the game. As Villalobos gets ready to pass and makes the connection, still on his feet, able to pick up the first down is number 2, Michael Otterstadt.
That is great player awareness, knowing you have to reach for that first down, give your team more opportunity to score.
Looks like that's going to be a timeout for Vacaville as we come under 40 seconds here to go in the first half.
And Villalobos was on his knees after that play.
You can just tell he's running for his life. Mostly every pass attempt he tries to attempt.
We get another look at Lamson being met by his teammates.
A touchdown for Vacaville would be huge, making it a one-possession game going into the half. And Vacaville is receiving the second half kickoff, so they could potentially wipe out this deficit in just a couple of possessions.
Yeah, they failed to get into the end zone a few of these times during when they're in the red zone. But it is first and goal. They have a good chance here. Handoff going up the middle. Good for maybe about 1 or 2 yards. Going to bring us to 2nd and goal now.
Vacaville, they need to get the playoff very quickly here, running down under 20 seconds with only one timeout left.
The clock is ticking, as you were saying. Briscoe out there on the left. Another run up the middle. And again, it's short. And Vacaville will call a timeout. That is their last one of the half.
If you're Vacaville, you have to get this. This is a big boost going into halftime.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of quick passes, maybe a play action here on the first, or either play really, as they try to punch it in for these last 3 yards.
As it is 10 seconds to go on this 3rd and goal coming up. Trey, you've been in these kind of situations, I'm sure, when it's been 3rd and goal. What do you think is what would you say is the most toughest part when communicating with your teammates trying to draw up something?
I would say the most difficult part is just trying to boost your lineman's confidence. The more confidence they have, the more successful the play is. And I know on these type of plays, Vacaville loves to trust their fullback on the goal line.
So I'm sure we'll be looking for that on this 3rd and goal for Vacaville.
We'll probably see a pass here. I'd be very surprised to see Vacaville run the ball here on 3rd down.
As a quick run up the middle, and it is good for the touchdown. Villalobos able to get into the end zone and score a Vacaville touchdown.
It kind of looked like a broken play from the start. I'm not really sure what happened there, but somehow Villalobos found the end zone there.
But nonetheless, Vacaville able to score before the half ends. First touchdown of the night. And they'll try to make it 21-13 here. And the kick is up, and it is good. And Vacaville currently behind still, but able to make it 21-13 with 5 seconds to go before halftime.
You just feel better as a coach going into halftime knowing that your team is still fighting, not giving up.
Yeah, at this point in last season's matchup, Oak Ridge had a 28-0 lead going into halftime, and this is definitely a much different ball game here from the Bulldogs. Now here on the kickoff, Vacaville is probably going to squib it. They don't want to risk a big return here from Oak Ridge. They just want to run out these last 6 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, squib kick will probably be smart, as you were saying. Don't want to get a return. And they will kick it up. A chance to return it, but not for very much, as I'll put the clock at 3 seconds before going to halftime.
Let's see if Oak Ridge just decides to take a knee right here, get in the locker room, and make the adjustments that they need.
Yeah, and a great job from Vacaville on that last drive to keep this game alive heading into halftime, as they're able to make it 21-13. As Oak Ridge gets ready to get their offense back out there, taking a knee, as Trey was saying, is probably the thing. Is probably what they will be going for here. And they will. And that is the end of the first half here from Vacaville. Trey, so far, what have you seen from Vacaville?
I've seen that they're still in it. They still care. They still want to get out of here with this W. They don't want to let anything slip out of their hands after last week's game.
And Nathan, what's going to be a couple things that Oak Ridge will have to talk over heading into halftime?
Well, we've definitely seen that they're Their offense has had success running the ball, but they will have to improve their pass game if they want to come out on top with the win here tonight against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, a lot to talk about for sure. I'd like to thank Trey for joining us here to end the first half, and that'll do it here for the first half on the Solano College Sports Network. When we get back, we'll have the second half for you here when we return.
I'm Diego Moyano. I'm a USTA lead national coach. We are here at Solano College Courts trying to win this 100,000 that North Bay put together, and hopefully we can get the trophy.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's
nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
Get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it. So
joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
We're going to go to cut one. And cut one. Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for three. It is good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock. Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots ever.
the sky's the limit, really, with what we can do here.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.
Hey, and welcome back to Tom Zunino Stadium here in Vacaville, California, where it is currently 21-13 as we get ready to start off the second half. I'd like to take this time to welcome in to our broadcast, Alan McGraw. Alan, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Definitely been a fun game so far. Hopefully the second half keeps it up like the first half has been. Really good back and forth action, and see how this one ends.
And so what have you seen so far from Vacaville in the first half?
Vacaville, they're doing a pretty good job offensively. They're starting to get the passing game going. They had some really good deep throws, especially on some second and long, third and longs. Their defense is making some key stops, but they need to be better on the deep passes because they're getting burned on some of these deep passes here by Oak Ridge.
Yeah, their defense definitely has to step up in the second half. And now, Nathan, we did see Justin Lampson warming up a little bit, but it did look like he had a brace on. What are we probably going to see from him?
He's probably not going to scramble as much as we saw in the first half. Wouldn't be surprised to see Vacaville more aggressive with their pass defense. It looked like towards the end of the half they were starting to keep a guy in on a quarterback contain since he was running all over them so far in the first half. So wouldn't be surprised to see the pass defense get a little stronger here for the Vacaville Bulldogs.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think Lampson and the staff will definitely play it safe, and we should probably not see him running around in the pocket too much.
Yeah, if he starts to run around too much and you can see him limping more and more, you're probably just going to take him out to not risk any long-term injury.
But his backup didn't waste very much time. Evan Robinson, his first pass with the deep ball for the touchdown.
Yeah, Evan Robinson did not disappoint on his first drive of the game for Oak Ridge. was able to get them to add on to the lead when it was currently 21-6. So Vacaville cut that lead as Vacaville kicks it away, and a scramble to take out the return man from Vacaville special teams.
I guess I misspoke. I forgot that Vacaville received the opening kickoff. I said that they had a chance to tie it up with back-to-back possessions, ending the first half and then starting the second, but they will start out on defense here to open up the second half.
Yeah, you know they're looking for a good 3-and-out to start this second half strong and give their team momentum.
And they were able to get a 3-and-out earlier in the game, so definitely looking for another one, as you were saying, Alan. As Oak Ridge gets their offense set. And already on the first drive of the second half, it's a throw out to the right side, but not able to find anyone for the connection was Lamson. And that was number 2, Avant Jacobs, being targeted.
Kyler Abramowicz was able to get pressure on Lamson there as he dropped back to pass. And Lamson definitely wasn't moving as fast as he was in the first half. Just looking at that one roll out there on first down.
Yeah, pretty smart by Vacaville's defense, just pressure him right away, and his first play back in since the injury, he takes a hit.
Second and 10 now. As a handoff up the middle is good for a few yards. It's going to bring us to third down now.
One thing we saw earlier in the game was a little bit of read option with the Oak Ridge offense with Lamson and Warfield, but it looks like Vacaville won't have to worry about Lamson too much on that read option.
3rd and 9 now. As a fake handoff, Lamson over the middle, finding his tight end, number 8, Evan Robinson, with the grab, able to pick up the first down for the Trojans.
A good stop by Stackles to get him down there, but Zane, he just left them wide open, and Oak Ridge made them pay. Now they move the chains and keep their offense out.
Yeah, Evan Robinson is 6'1", 220 pounds, so definitely don't want to be in his way. As a handoff to Dylan Warfield, up the middle, met by the defensive line for Vacaville, able to put a stop there from gaining it much yardage.
Yeah, Vacaville is going to sell out on these handoffs with the read option. They're going to sell out on the running back. They're going to wait until they see Lamson run for anything really before they start to worry about him.
So it's 2nd and 8. 10:20 to go here in the third quarter. Lamson looking in the pocket. A deep throw to his wide receiver, and it's just incomplete.
Yeah, Lamson once again getting pressure and taking a hit right as he threw. So Vacaville's defensive line doing a great job getting in the backfield and getting the hits on there.
And that was the hustling Avant Jacobs trying to grab that pass from Justin Lamson. But now it's 3rd and 8.
Yeah, unfortunately that ball was overthrown just a little bit. Hit his fingertips, but it was just a bit out of his range.
Trojans get ready. Lamson looking over the middle and able to hit his receiver, Avant Jacobs, on that one.
Jacobs managed to haul that one in while taking a huge hit there from the Vacaville defender. I didn't quite see who that was on the tackle, but nonetheless a great hit.
Yeah, we did see Myron Amy on that last look down on the turf. And he's going to head off to the sidelines now. Might have been a little shaken up. But now it's 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Lamson with another deep throw, and it is caught. Able to make the connection and the catch. Brandon Barthel has got himself another Oak Ridge touchdown.
It looks like Jeremiah Brown is hurt on the play. He's holding his ankle. It looks like he's in a lot of pain down there.
Yeah, an outstanding job there by Oak Ridge. Get another deep pass for a touchdown. You see the replay. Lawson, just a really good throw to his right receiver there. And he's able to just trolley in for a touchdown, and Oak Ridge will extend their lead to 27-13 here, par in the extra point attempt.
And the train staff currently on the field for Vacaville.
Yeah, Lamson saw that receiver there had Brown beat from the line of scrimmage right at the beginning of the play. It was just a matter of could he hit his receiver in stride for the touchdown.
Yeah, unfortunately on that play, Brown looked like when he was turning towards the receiver after catching the ball, he sprained his left ankle, it seems, and yeah, you could just see him in immediate pain and discomfort right there. Couldn't really walk, and now he's up, so that's a good sign.
And that's definitely a huge blow for the Vacaville offense. Brown has been one of the primary running backs so far tonight.
As he does need some help right now as he walks off the field. And it is that left leg that he is currently not walking on.
Yeah, he's at least putting a little bit of pressure on it, so hopefully it's just a sprain, nothing serious. Hopefully it'll just take some time for it to heal, nothing too long. That's good to see him trotting off right now.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Pop, this is the last thing you were hoping for to start off the second half. Already allowing a score on the first drive, and now you have an injured Bulldog who is a key player in Jeremiah Brown, as you were saying, Nathan. But he does hear the hand from the crowd as he makes his way towards the sideline. And so now for the Trojans, a chance to make it 28-13 here. As the kick is up, and it is good. Able to extend the lead now. Having a big advantage over Vacaville currently.
Yeah, Vacaville needs to answer back here for a touchdown. They don't want to give Oak Ridge the ball back without scoring points.
And Vacaville had their chances to stop Oak Ridge there early in the drive. Had a couple of third and longs. They just weren't able to come up with the stop.
And that's the effect of the deep ball. You had a lot of the Vacaville defenders back deep and leaving open room up front for like the tight ends to come out or running backs to come out on those little routes.
And so the Bulldogs will get set to receive the kickoff from Oak Ridge as it's back to work for them as they get ready to start off the second half, preparing for their first drive. Edwards again, the kicker for Oak Ridge. And he kicks it away. As already a quick run here for Myron Amy. Breaking a few tackles, but is finally brought down at about the 24-yard line to get things started for Vacaville.
Good to see Amy back out there after limping off the field in that last defensive drive. Because out there running the ball looks good. So hopefully he's good to go and he can come make an impact.
And so Villalobos and his offense back on the field for some work to be done. As already starting off with a handoff, good for a few yards. Going to be second down now.
Pretty good run by Cunningham there to pick up a couple of yards.
Yeah, we'll be seeing more of Cunningham here as Jeremiah Brown was hurt on the last defensive possession.
Cunningham was in the backfield as a pass off to Amy. Good for a few yards, but not the first down. It's going to result in third down.
A great curl route there by Amy, wide open with the catch, secures good yardage, and cutting up on a third and manageable here for Vacaville.
So 3rd and 3 now for the Bulldogs, as they're going to try to pick up the first down on this drive. As a handoff up the middle, going to be just short of the first down.
Yeah, it looks like he's about a yard short of the first down here as Vacaville brings on their punt game. So we will likely not see Vacaville go for it here.
If you're Oak Ridge, it is 4th and about 2, so you do have to be careful for that fake because it's not too much you have to pick up for that first down.
I'm sure the special teams will be ready for it. And not going to try anything. Bounces around for Oak Ridge. Struggling to get brought down is number 12, Zachary Crozier. But it is finally brought down by the Vacaville special teams.
Yeah, great pressure there by the Vaca High punt team. As didn't really able to gain any yards, only like 1 or 2 there. So yeah, great job pressuring them, staying with them, and keeping them from running up the field.
Yeah, lots of lateral movement, but not a lot of up the field movement there on that punt return by Jacobs.
So the Trojans getting ready for their second drive of the second half. Currently 28-13. 7:39 to go here in the third quarter from Vacaville. It's a handoff to Dylan Warfield up the middle. Good for about 5 yards. Going to be 2nd and 5 now.
Yeah, Warfield has been having a very solid game. His first game back here at Vacaville High School. It seems like every time he's run the ball, he's picked up a good chunk of yards.
Second down upcoming for Lamson and the Trojans. Another handoff to Warfield, running up the middle, able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, 2 really good runs here by Warfield and this Oak Ridge offensive line, getting good blocking for him and letting him get that hole to jam for 5 or 6 yard carries there.
28-13 still. And a first down for the Trojans. It's another run up the middle for Warfield for a good, about a couple yards.
Vacaville's going to need to do a lot more of that, stopping those runs right up the middle. They've been getting beat almost every single time out there by Warfield up the middle.
Yeah, I was saying they did a great job of getting a number of dogs right on there.
As Lamson will get ready to throw out to the outside and out of bounds, making his connection with Avant Jacobs. Good for a few yards.
Yeah, just a great play there by Oak Ridge, setting up the 3rd and short here, setting up potentially another run up the middle by Warfield.
Yeah, really good cutout route there by Jacobs. Got open, got out of bounds, and gives their team a chance to get their next player down.
Oak Ridge right here going over the game plan with their coach. 3rd and 5. Lamson looking deep for Jacobs down the field, and a flag is thrown. Most likely going to be pass interference.
Yeah, Michael Briscoe there on the coverage just didn't turn around. Anytime you make contact with a receiver that's trying to make the catch and you're not looking for the ball, they're going to call that pass interference.
Yeah, it just was a bit too hard on him there. And he did make a little bit of contact when he reached his arms up, and that's enough to get the call.
That's the second time we've seen that from the Vacaville defense. Now it's 1st and 10 on the Bulldogs 47. It's a handoff to Jacobs. good for a few yards.
Yeah, Jacobs got tripped up while trying to jump over the two players that fell. They were fighting for position.
As we approach 5:35 in the game, it's starting to get a little bit out of hand for Vacaville as their defense does need to step up.
Yeah, they really need a big stop here. Need to get their offense back out, keeping the score 28-13 if they cannot get points themselves.
And it is 2nd and 7. As a handoff up the middle, Warfield, not much gain there, going to be 3rd down now.
A little misdirection there, play action on the jet sweep to the run by Warfield. Just a little bit of misdirection, keeping this Vacaville defense honest as they try and stop these runs up the middle.
3rd and 7 for the Trojans. Vacaville looking for a big stop here, as it's a wide open throw into the end zone. Touchdown Trojans. And that is number 33, Ryan Enney, as I continue to battle through the struggle of identifying these players' names with their white jerseys.
Just a textbook play action pass and the slant route to the tight end there. Just catching Vacaville, banking on the on the run as they just sneak past with the pass.
Yeah, just left wide open, and a great speed boost there to just take it on home.
Yeah, the Trojans jersey that they have on reminds me a lot of the color rush jerseys the Raiders had a few seasons ago. As that kick was up and good, the lead is now 35-13 in favor of the Trojans.
Yep. So we see the Vacaville linebackers come up for the run, and Lamson just finds the tight end right behind the linebackers there for a very easy touchdown.
Yeah, no one around them, and as a defense coordinator, that's something you have to fix and really need to get better on.
First touchdown of the season for the junior Ryan Enney. And again, adding on to that lead, it's going to be very difficult for Vacaville to come back.
Yeah, Vaca High, they're really going to need to get some points on the board, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown. They don't want this game getting out of hand like last week's game.
Trojans kick it away. Amy running fast up the middle. Able to pick up a few yards.
Oh, no, he's down his leg. He's in pain.
That is not good. That's the last thing you want.
Yeah, Amy is huge for this Vacaville offense with the kick returns as well as a running back in this offense.
Yeah, he's down. It's his leg in pain. I can't tell which one yet, but after he was tackled, he was just down on the ground writhing in pain.
Looks like it might just be a cramp the way they're stretching out his leg there. Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Nonetheless, it looks like a very painful cramp on the body language of Amy. As we're hoping he's okay, as currently already have Jeremiah Brown on the sideline out for probably the rest of the game for the Bulldogs. And this is the last thing you want if you're Coach Pop.
Yeah, the way Brown came off the field, it did not look like he was going to be coming back anytime soon. Couldn't put any pressure on that left ankle.
Yeah, it seems to be his right leg right now that they're really stretching into. In the pile, someone must have landed on it, or he must have had a helmet or shoulder pad hit him right in the leg.
And they're still stretching it out.
We've got one other score from the MEL Vallejo is beating Fairfield 12-8 at the half. Vallejo has scored on a kickoff return and an 85-yard touchdown. Both big plays there for the Red Hawks against the Falcons.
So good news, Amy's getting up. He's up and he is limping off on his own power. So he gets in.
He's trying to walk on his own 2 feet.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, that's his left leg, looks like.
They were stretching out his right leg, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he can't put any pressure on the left leg, but it looked like they were stretching out his right leg. I'm a little confused by that, honestly.
Yeah, they must have been stretching both legs at once, had each trainer on both legs. But yeah, it's a bad sign. He went back down right as he got to the sideline again. Hopefully he just needs more time to stretch it out.
Yeah, another blow for the Vacaville offense. As Villalobos has that pass deflected, going to be incomplete. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Yeah, had his man open on a slant route, passed for the first down, just the pass was deflected there at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, great pressure there by the Oak Ridge D-line to get pressure and bat that ball down.
Villalobos with a handoff to Logan Cunningham. Good for a few yards.
Cunningham tried to hit the hole, but it closed up right away. Oak Ridge has just been doing a great job of closing up those run lanes and getting the Bulldogs running backs down right away.
Bulldogs will get ready for 3rd and 7 as Villalobos steps into it and throws, and finding a man open, looking like it was Michael Briscoe. It is, and the mouth guard does come out. Gonna pick it up and hopefully get a new mouth guard.
Michael Briscoe, another great catch, and he has just been on fire with these deep throws. Great speed, beating the cornerbacks, making the catches and making some big plays here for Vacaville as you see the replay.
Yeah, Briscoe just goes stride for stride with his man, just manages to reach out and make the grab at the last moment.
And the Bulldogs offense gets ready to go in a hurry, and an incomplete pass thrown to Evan Adams.
Looks like Event Jacobs was there on the play. Great play by him to swat it straight down.
So the Bulldogs with a chance to score here, trying to get to the end zone. Villalobos down the middle, has no one there. It's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, just straight up missed the pass there as he tried to hit his man over the middle, but just threw it too far in front of him there. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 here. They're going to need a big play, or at the very least decent yardage on this to set up a possible field goal.
That would be a 37 or 38-yard field goal from here if they do not convert this 3rd down.
As they will look for the 1st down here, as they're looking towards the end zone, Michael Briscoe asking for a flag. Thought there was pass interference, but he's not going to get it from the refs.
You know he was looking for pass interference or hold, one of the two calls, but referees don't give him any, so it's going to be 4th and 10 here. As we see the field goal unit looking like they're coming in.
Yeah, it looked like he just kind of gave up after he felt some contact from the Oak Ridge defense.
They're going to be going for it here.
And they are. Another deep shot down the middle. Nobody's there. It's incomplete, and it's going to be an unfortunate turnover for Vacaville.
Yeah, just bad throw there, overthrowing the tight end Mike Olterstead there. So now Vacaville's defense is going to have to come through with a huge stop.
Yeah, we've seen Oak Ridge come out firing, scoring 2 touchdowns on their 2 possessions so far in the second half. Vacaville hasn't had any answer for them on defense.
Yeah, Vacaville just struggled to get a 1st down, almost as much as everyone in America struggling to get a Popeye's chicken sandwich.
You did not just go there, Nate. You did not just go there.
I mean, have you had a Popeye chicken sandwich, Nathan or Alan?
I haven't had either. Aha, I'm in my own category.
How about you, Nathan?
My dad had it, but I did not want to have it. It looked gross to me.
As we see Oak Ridge offense get back out there, good for a few yards. I did have it, and I can say the spicy version is just a little bit better than Chick-fil-A.
Interesting. That's a hot take right here from Nate McKay, saying Popeyes is better than Chick-fil-A.
Well, at the moment, they're currently sold out, and I have gone back to Chick-fil-A at the moment for their sandwiches.
Chick-fil-A never sells out.
No, they do not, as right now Lamson throwing downfield and unable to find Mujahid Samad, unable to make that catch, going to be incomplete.
Amazing play there by Evan Adams. He just saw the receiver preparing to catch the ball, so he just throws his arm up, makes the stop without getting a pass interference. So great play by Adams out there for Vaca High.
It's going to be 3rd and 9 now for Lamson and the Trojans.
Vacaville needs a stop here.
You can see Lamson moving very slowly, probably because of that injury. As a pass outside, good for a few yards, but not enough for the first down.
Yeah, great job by Cody Hume there to get right on him and tackle him out of bounds before getting to the marker. So they'll force a punt, get the ball back here, and hopefully that will give their offense some momentum to get some points on the board.
And Myron Amy is back out on the field here for the punt return. Looks like he is feeling no ill effects from those injuries earlier.
Yeah, definitely great sign to see him back out there.
As Oak Ridge gets ready to punt it away. And I'm not sure why many people were assuming Evan Adams touched the football.
Looked like it went off an Oak Ridge. He's out back of an Oak Ridge player there.
Yeah, it was hard to tell. I mean, it looked like it could have gone off of Adams, but the way it bounced, it just didn't look like it did.
Either way, it's Vaca High football here at their own 45. So they'll get good field position here to start.
1:49 to go here in the third quarter from Vacaville High School. Nate McKay, Nathan Farmer, and Alan McGraw on the call here in the second half. And a run up the middle from number 22, Chris Island, who somersaults his way for a few yards.
Hey, the somersault probably got him an extra yard there or two. So, hey, if it works, it works. But still, really good run there by Island to get about 7 yards on that play.
Yeah, no, I can definitely not pull off a somersault, so props to him. As a run up the middle, good for a few yards, but not enough for the first down.
Yeah, Island was met behind the line of scrimmage, but he was able to fight forward and actually gain a yard there on that tough run.
Yeah, he had 3 Oak Ridge players right on him right as they got to the line of scrimmage, but he was able to get a couple yards, so it'll be 3rd and short here.
Under a minute remaining here in the third quarter. 3rd and 2 upcoming from the Bulldogs. As a run up the middle, trying to give it again to Chris Island, but looking like there's going to be no gain there.
Yeah, he's just short. It'll be 4th and inches. And if you went for it on 4th and 10, you're going to be going for it here on 4th and inches.
It looks they might come out and measure. Maybe not.
Look for Villalobos to have a quarterback sneak here.
Yeah, they won't go out there and measure that one, as Alan was saying. It's about 4th and inches almost. Under 20 seconds to go. As a sneak up the middle. Not going to work that time. And another turnover for the Vacaville offense here in the third quarter.
Yeah, like as I predicted, it was a quarterback sneak. But Oak Ridge saw it coming and they did an outstanding job of holding the line and getting players straight to the backfield right away to pull them back and secure the turnover on downs.
Yeah, Oak Ridge had that play read like a book. Just Vacaville played right into their hands.
So Vacaville's defense is going to be dependent on another big stop here.
Yeah, if Vacaville's going to have to get back in this game, they're probably going to have to come up with a defensive touchdown, at least a turnover here. They got to get the ball back quickly.
So 9 seconds to go. 35-13. Vacaville currently down in this one. Has a throw out to the left side.
Oh, my God.
And looking like it's going to be pass interference against the Vacaville defense, as that was Michael Briscoe with his hands on his head.
Well, that has to be the easiest pass interference call for that referee there on the far sideline. Briscoe was just pushing the receiver there well before the ball got there.
Yeah, he was on him the whole way. If he had let go right as the ball was thrown, he might have gotten away with it. But, yeah, his hands were on there the whole way, and it was easy call for the referees to make.
And so far, the story of this game for Vacaville is just their pass interference calls being called against them, which is something I'm sure Coach Pop can't be happy about.
Yeah, it's definitely hurt him this game.
As a run up the middle from Avant Jacobs, who was able to break a few tackles, but not enough for the first down, as that does it for us here in the third quarter from Vacaville High School. Oak Ridge currently leading 35-13. We'll be back for the final quarter here on the Solano College Sports Network.
Hi, Ginger Kane, dance faculty here at Solano Community College. I'm excited about our upcoming AA dance degree that has been developed just recently. We offer dance production, swing, ballroom, hip-hop, jazz, modern, and ballet. We also are part of the ADT kinesiology degree, as well as the interdisciplinary studies degree, and for the general ed requirement for physical education. Please join up. It's a great way to meet new people, socialize, and make new friends. You do not have to be a dancer to sign up for a dance class.
And welcome back to Vacaville High School, where we are getting ready for the fourth quarter. 35-13. Oak Ridge currently leading this one, as both teams make their way back on the field.
Oak Ridge has 38 yards to try and trot down the field here.
Second and 9, and there is a whistle on the play.
The clock was not ready to go. It's still showing triple zeros from the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, due to that, Oak Ridge is going to have to pick a new play now, as they obviously don't want to do that one, as Vacaville High just saw who the ball is most likely going to be going to there.
Yeah, it was a handoff on the right side. They may change it up, as you mentioned, Alan. The clock is fully set at 12 minutes. Still second and 9. As a handoff to Dylan Warfield, running up the middle, and it's good for a first down.
Just another big run there by Warfield, as we get a beetle in our broadcast booth. But yeah, we've been seeing that all night. Huge runs from Warfield all night.
All right. So third and short here.
Nobody from the Beatles band, as our producer mentioned
Brian
to us.
always tries to make the worst jokes. He thinks he's funny, but he's really not.
Hey, that's clever. I like that, though, Brian.
Yeah, bad snap there from the center of Criswell, as Lawson just couldn't contain it, had the drop on it, so it's going to be fourth and short here. And it looks like the offense staying out, so they're going to go for it, it seems.
So it is 4th and 2, and they are going to go for it. That's a quick pass off to the right side. It was caught. Having a hard time identifying that player, but that was number 2, Avant Jacobs, making the grab, good for the first down.
There's a good little out route there. Good quick, good throw, good catch, and first down Oak Ridge. Yeah, great job by Jacobs. They were just hanging on to the ball and making sure it doesn't get swatted out of his hands.
10:50 to go here in the final quarter of play. Another handoff to Warfield. It's met by the front line of the Vacaville defense.
Island found a hole in the offensive line and got there right away to make the play. So great job there by Chris Island.
So 2nd and 9 now. As the Trojans will look to add on to their lead, try and make their way towards the red zone. And Lamson is met hard by the Vacaville defense, brought down for a sack.
Now, Vacaville's finally able to get to Lamson here in the second half. They haven't been able to finish off a sack so far tonight. They've knocked him down a few times so far, but they just haven't been able to break through with the sack.
Yeah, great job by Mavericks to get right back there and lay Lawson down for a good chunk of a loss there. So now it'll be 3rd and long and a great chance for this Vacaville defense to get the Oak Ridge offense off the field.
3rd and 16. Clock is rolling. Lamson throwing to his left and an incredible catch.
I think that was Avant Jacobs.
It was Avant Jacobs. Thought there was a 1 added onto his jersey.
What a jumping catch there. Big time throw and big time play there as we see the replay.
Yeah, Lamson was able to thread the needle between the two defenders, finding his man on the post route, and Jacobs just makes the fantastic off-balance catch.
He did a good job getting his butt down before his shoulders went out of bounds.
It's a handoff. Not going to do much there. Good stop from the Vacaville defense.
That's just going back to that last play. It's another 3rd and long that Vacaville was not able to put the nail in the coffin on the Oak Ridge Trojans' offensive drive. This just happened way too much so far tonight.
Yeah, good job by Logan Cunningham there to meet the running back right in the backfield, hold him off to get some support to bring him down. So it'll be 2nd and goal from about the 9.
Trogut taking their time here as Lamson looking towards the end zone, unable to connect with number, I believe that was...
Was it 8?
Yeah, looks
that
like
was 8.
Number 8. That was Evan Robinson trying to channel his inner Odell Beckham Jr. for that one-hand reception.
Yeah, the senior for Oak Ridge, Robinson, just couldn't get his hand on that one as Lawson was pressured and threw it a bit too high.
So right now the Trojans going over what they want to do on this 3rd and 9.
That's another 3rd and long. Let's see if Vacaville can find an answer here.
Yeah, 4 wide receivers. You got to be ready for the pass play here.
And they are throwing it. Lamson looking, end zone.
Oh, that's going to be offensive pass interference there.
We did have a flag in the backfield too, so if this one's against Vaca High, that play will be wiped out. But if it is against Oak Ridge here, then Coach Pop will have a choice of 2 penalties, whether they accept or decline.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the range is on the Oak Ridge kicker, Connor Edwards. But if it is a 15-yard penalty, it could push them out of field goal range.
It looks like they were going to elect the pass interference.
And that was against the offense. Pass interference and holding going to be called against the Trojans.
Chris Island was there in the backfield. Got in on Lamson just a split second too late before Lamson was able to get rid of the ball there.
So interesting choice here by Pop to decline both penalties to force a 4th down from the 10. So now Oak Ridge, will they go for the field goal or will they go for the end zone? And as I noticed earlier, it looks like, Avant Jacobs is hurt as after making that amazing catch, he's on the sideline and looked like he might have banged his leg up there after that catch with the way his body slammed to the ground.
So we'll see Connor Edwards on for the field goal here for about a 27-yard field goal.
And Edwards is awaiting the snap. Kick is up, and it is good. 38-13 now. Oak Ridge leading.
And that's a big field goal here for Oak Ridge as it makes it a 4-possession game. Vacaville can't get back into this game with just 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. They have to get more points than that.
Yeah, they're going to need a big-time offensive explosion here, and maybe even an interception or fumble recovery from their defense too.
Yeah, looking over that sideline right now, not much optimism from that Bulldogs team.
Yeah, they definitely get 2 tough games to start out the season, and especially the second game here against Oak Ridge is a team that's just had their number in the history of these two playing each other.
Yeah, they've been unable to beat Oak Ridge in their last 7 meetings against them.
Good news, Avant Jacobs standing up on the sideline. He's up, so looking like he's all right, which is a good sign to see. Never want to see anyone get injured.
So the Trojans will get ready to kick it away. And this will be an opportunity for Vacaville to return it for a few. Myron Amy breaking a few tackles and is finally brought down by the special teams for the Trojans. It's going to be right at about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, great return there by Amy to get to the 35. Power through a couple tackles to get an extra couple yards as he goes off the field.
He was slow to get up, but now he's back on his own 2 feet, making his way towards the sideline.
Yeah, you're going to look for probably a deep pass attempt here. It's probably Michael Briscoe, as he's definitely their deep man this year so far. Connected on a couple here tonight and connected on a good amount last week as well.
So the Bulldogs offense is back on the field as Bill Lobos mishandled that snap and was met hard by number 7, Vinny Minnie.
And we saw a little bit of shotgun there from Villalobos. We talked about this last week with the new offensive coordinator, Mike Wingert, using a little bit more of the spread offense type of schemes with this Vacaville offense that's traditionally only been a wing T run type offense.
And Myron Amy is down once again on the field.
Hopefully he's all right. Oh yeah, going back to that play, Vinny Minnie did a great job of hustling straight into the backfield. Guess you could say Vinny Minnie was too many to pick up at the offensive line there.
And so far, it's been a very rough night for Myron Amy of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he's down once again, and it's looking like his leg once again, too. So he's definitely hurt. Looked like he's pointing towards his ankle, and it's the right ankle being stretched out right now.
We've got another score update from down at Schaefer Stadium in Fairfield. Vallejo is now up 18-14 early in the second half. Fairfield scored on their first play of the second half, a 65-yard touchdown, but then Vallejo returned the kickoff again, second time that they returned the kickoff right after a Fairfield touchdown. So now it is 18-14.
Yeah, definitely some crazy action going on with the Vallejo and Fairfield game, as you were mentioning, Nathan. I want to take this time to remind everyone to subscribe to us on YouTube. You can find us under Greg Poff, that's GRGPOFF, where you can find more high school football action, along with Solano College sports broadcasts, shows and interviews that we do in the TV studio on the Solano main campus in Fairfield, and more. Again, that's GRGPOFF, Greg Poff on YouTube. So subscribe today to keep in touch with all the sports and more.
Our next broadcast will be on Wednesday, as we will have our first volleyball game of the season as the Solano Falcons take on Diablo Valley.
Let's go, Nelson, get some!
As a handoff up to number 42, Coulter Malone. Able to get a good running start and break free of the Oak Ridge defense, able to make it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's one thing we haven't seen Coulter Malone very much so far tonight. That wing back is pivotal in this wing T offense for Vacaville. We haven't seen much of it so far tonight.
Yeah, great run there by him. We're getting about 25 yards.
And the Bulldogs offense good going in a hurry. Michael Briscoe making the catch on that play.
Yeah, he had to jump really high there to make that catch. But he did make the catch, got 4 yards, so Bulldogs would take that versus an incompletion.
It's going to be 2nd and 7 now. Under 7.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 6. The handoff up the middle. Good for a few. That was number 21, Kyler Abramowitz. So right now, Vacaville's offense is just trying to finish off this game on a high note as much as they can.
Yeah, they got a 3rd and short here, so they can try for an inside run, or if they want to try and be creative, take a rest, go for probably a play action.
3rd and 1 now. As a handoff. Good for a few, and it is going to result in a first down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it looks like Arvin Rentz there who had the run. He's limping off. So one of his legs got banged up on there, but he did pick up the first down, so he went in and did his job. So good job there. Now that guy has a fresh set of downs to work with.
Fresh set of downs indeed. 1st and 10. Villalobos looking deep, and there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, the question is it on the passing play for pass interference, or could it be a possible hold here on Vaca High?
Yeah, from here it looked like the Oak Ridge defender had a handful of Briscoe's jersey. Be interesting to see what the call is here.
(38-13). And it is pass interference. It's going to be against the Trojan defense. So a chance of making to the end zone for Vacaville here. The handoff to the inside. Not much. Gain for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Island on the carry there. Got a couple yards. Nothing too much there, as Oak Ridge did a great job of keeping that middle cluttered and keeping no room for Island to run through, no holes.
So it's 2nd and 9 now. 5:50 to go here in the fourth. And a pass up the middle. Good for a first down. That's Michael Otterstedt.
Yeah, great catch there by Otterstedt as he leaps up for it with a huge catch, huge 1st and goal, and now a chance for Vaca High to get a touchdown here and slowly dwindle the gap between them and Oak Ridge.
Yeah, what we've seen so far in this game, as well as in last game against Liberty, Vacaville has had their most success when they've had a little bit of a balanced attack, running the ball and attacking with the play action pass as well.
5:18 to go. The handoff off to the left for not much there. Lorenzo Lenteni met by the front line of the Oak Ridge defense.
Yeah, Oak Ridge did a fantastic job to get him down right away for a loss of a couple yards. So we'll go to 2nd and goal here. Vaca High will be at the 6-yard line, it looks like, as they look to try and get back on the board.
Clock is still rolling here. 4:40 to go. It is 2nd and goal. Villalobos wanting to take it himself and is just short of the end zone. going to be 3rd and goal now.
Yeah, he tried to run hard through Dylan Warfield there, his former teammate, but he just came up a little bit short at the 1. So now here, third and goal at the 1. You're going to look for a quick handoff inside or just 2 quarterback sneak attempts here.
Yeah, after that failed quarterback sneak on 4th and inches earlier, I wouldn't be surprised to see Vacaville try and stretch it out and get around the edge as well.
So it is 3rd and goal. And a running up the middle touchdown is number 22, Chris Island. And the Bulldogs score the touchdown.
A nice touchdown there as we see the fire pyros going off for them. Good run up the middle for Chris Island. He found the hole, got in there, and Vaca High gets a big touchdown that they needed.
I was expecting more excitement from the crowd, but I barely heard it on that touchdown.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, under 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, with the deficit, it's just hard for the crowd to feel like they still have a chance, especially with how well this Oak Ridge offense has been.
And the kick is up, and it is good. 38-20 now, as Vacaville with the late score here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, good touchdown there. They want to at least end on a strong note, try and get some offensive confidence going into next week's game on the road.
Yeah, most definitely. As you were saying earlier, Alan, just 2 strong opponents in Liberty and now Oak Ridge that Vacaville has had to face in these 2 outings at home. And it's been very difficult for both their defense and offense pretty much to do anything so far, what we're seeing in these first 2 weeks.
Yeah, and as we've seen in both weeks, the passing game has just torn them apart. So really they're going to want to practice their passing defense here over the next week and try and get that better, especially coming late season near playoff time. They want to have that passing defense down.
Yeah, they should get back on track next week against Burbank. They had their way with Burbank. They blew them out last season. Should be able to match that performance this year as well.
As the Bulldogs will kick a fairly small one. The Trojans do recover it.
Yeah, smart play there by the receiver there. I couldn't quite catch. I think that was Mujahid Samad, I believe, with the fair catch there. Didn't want to risk taking a hit. And,
yeah, it's smart.
Yeah.
Smart to take the fair catch, and worst that happens for him is he fumbles the ball, which is what that guy was going for, was them the fumble or just muffle the high kick, squib kick there.
And so the Trojans will march their way back on the field. It is a different quarterback now for the Trojans. Evan Robinson is in. Not surprised, as Lamson dealing with that injury from the first half.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Vacaville go for the strip here on these run plays.
The handoff is not going to do much right there. Number 63,
Tyler
Beelert.
Yeah. Great job by Beelert to get right back there. Get the tackle for a loss. He lost about 2-3 yards there. But Oak Ridge, they're just going to play the clock game here, it looks like, and take their time getting the plays off.
Yeah, great tackle from Beelard. Able to make it 2nd down and 14 now. .325 to go here in the 4th from Tom Zanino Stadium in Vacaville, California, as the Trojans will take their time. And he'll finally hand it off to Dylan Warfield for a few yards.
Yeah, once again, Vaca High cut that down right away. But smart here by Oak Ridge to just play the clock management game, looking for the back official there to give the countdown on the final few seconds, and then they're going to run it. So very smart clock management here from Oak Ridge. And there's not much Vaca High can do, but just try and stop them.
It almost looked like someone hit the pause button, but I had to remind myself I'm not in front of a TV right now.
We're playing real life Madden as we have a penalty flag here.
Might be too many men for Vacaville. Look, yeah, it looks like there's 12 guys
it's on
the
Oak
field.
Ridge. Or no, it is on Vaca High.
It was on Vacaville, as number 43, Cody Hume, is making his way off the field.
I miscounted Oak Ridge's players there. So that one was my mistake.
It's all good. We make mistakes now.
Yeah, good catch there, Nathan. The catch Vacaville High is 12 players right away. Well, yeah, that is a just really bad penalty to the take here.
And the clock will keep rolling. And assuming this lead holds up, Oak Ridge will now go to 2-0 on the season. That will make Vacaville 0-2 on the year.
Yeah, well, Vacaville's at 0-2. They still definitely have a schedule that they can get through the end with a good record.
Trojans again taking their time. As a sneak right there from Evan Robinson. Up the middle, and it's going to be a first down for the Trojans.
Another read option there. Robinson elects to keep it, and it pays off for good yardage as he's able to get a first down and plenty more there as he gets in the Vacaville High territory around the 45-yard line.
And it is under 2 minutes now. It's still 38-20 here in the fourth.
Yeah, they're just going to run the clock down on Vacaville High, and Coach Pop's just going to let it happen. And they have all 3 timeouts, but they're not going to elect to use any.
Now look, now the Trojans are taking their time.
You see Robinson there, just hands on his hips, just waiting for the final countdown to come.
As a quick handoff, and the Trojans are not done yet at the 10, the 5, touchdown.
There's Dylan Warfield scoring in his homecoming game against his former team, the Vacaville Bulldogs. Just another big run there from the senior.
Yeah, he finds the hole and just turns on the turbos and bursts through it, breaking a couple tackles, and just trotting his way into the end zone for an easy score, and it is now 44-20 Oak Ridge.
Yeah, great run up. Hey, out to the left side for Dylan Warfield. Again, extending on, adding on to that lead. Has a chance to make it 45-20 here with a kick. And it's up, and it is good. Making it 45-20 with 1:21 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, another just really strong performance here by Oak Ridge. They're putting up good points again. Vacaville High's defense, they did pretty good through the first half, but they're finally starting to get broken apart here. And Oak Ridge is just broken through to them, and now they got all the momentum, and the game will be theirs to win here.
Yeah, you pretty much said it yourself, and now as Vacaville get ready to get the receiving team back on the field, it's just a very hard way to go out, allowing that last touchdown from the Trojans.
Well, good news for Vacaville High. Amy is one of the returners. He's back out there. And you know he's probably not going to try and take any hits near the legs, as his legs has been banged up today. No, he's probably going to need to ice his leg for sure tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Amy is back out there. And there is a flag on the play.
The kick out of bounds. Looked like they were trying to aim for Amy there, try and make him return the ball there, but they just kicked it too far to the left.
Yeah, so 3 yards here for Vacaville High, and of course they're going to take it. With a minute 22, 3 timeouts. Let's see if they elect to just do a couple of simple run plays and just get the clock down, or try and practice some more plays and try and get their offense to see what they can do here at the end.
And we will wait to see what Coach Pop and his staff choose to do on this drive for the Bulldogs.
I say it's not a bad idea to just try and practice a couple passing plays here. And who knows, best case scenario is you score a touchdown, worst case is interception, turnover, and this game that's basically already over.
It looks like Kyle Bender is now under center for Vacaville.
The Bulldogs are choosing to hand it off here for a run up the middle. Good for a few yards.
They're just clearing out the bench. It looked like number 34, Michael Benavenides, there on the carry. It's his first carry of the night.
Pretty good carry. Got 6 yards there, 6, 7-ish. A good job getting to the outside, getting the speed to get to the outside, getting yards. However, he was tackled and bounced to the clock. It will continue to tick.
The Bulldogs are going to try to keep fighting here under a minute to play. And not much gain there from the Bulldogs as the clock will keep running.
Yeah, he tried to follow his blocks there, but a swarm of Trojans came in and just took down that entire dog run there. Yeah, coming down to 25 seconds here. This is probably going to be the last play of the game if Vacaville does elect to run here. As it looks like they're just going to elect to let the clock run down, and that's going to be the ball game here tonight.
And you have it right, Allen. Bulldogs heading to the sideline, and it's looking like that will do it here from Tom Zanino Stadium. With the final score of 45-20, the Oak Ridge Trojans will now move up to 2-0. The Bulldogs going down to 0-2 on the season. And Allen, we'll start with you. What's your summary or take of how Vacaville handled this one?
First half, they came out a little bit slow, but they started picking up near the late first quarter. Kept it close for the most part. In second half, same thing, kind of a slow start, picked up in the middle, and then near the end, they just got torn apart with that pass. But yeah, overall, they got to focus on getting their passing down a bit better, especially their pass defense. But offensively, they want to get a little better, but overall, they just got to really take advantage of good defensive stops and try not to take many penalties.
And Nathan, what did you see from the 2-0 Oak Ridge Trojans?
Their run attack was very good tonight. It wasn't just Dylan Warfield. Avon Jacobs was a solid threat on those jet sweeps, just gaining tons of yards each time. There weren't very many tackles for loss here for Vacaville today.
And that will do it for us here from Tom Zanino Stadium. For myself, Nate McKay, Nathan Farmer, and Alan McGraw, along with our Solano College Sports Network team. Thanks for tuning in to tonight's broadcast, and we hope to see you next time.
I'm feeling like old school mixtape. That's all I need. I'm feeling that low ride Sunday. That's all I need. Everybody sing. There ain't no place I'd rather be. I'm talking about ride.
Hi, my name is Eric Visser. I'm in my 5th year as the athletic director of Solano College. To experience community college and its mission has been an outstanding experience. Solano College has a very rich tradition in intercollegiate athletics dating back to 1947. I'm very proud to communicate that rich tradition is still being continued with fine young men and women that represent Solano College on and off the court. In the fall we have the volleyball program. We have a very successful women's soccer program. We have both men's and women's basketball. And then we transition to 4 programs: baseball, of softball, men's women's tennis, and men's and women's swimming. It is our mission to excel our programs and our student athletes in academics. All of our student athletes are committed to give back to the community. And we would invite you to be a part of Solano College Athletics by visiting our website www.solanoathletics.com, and you'll feel a warm welcome at Solano.